Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. I am in the Cayman GTS going for a little drive. We're actually headed to a Cars and Coffee meet. What a surprise. But some news I recently heard. Redwood Rd, one of my favorite local driving roads, which has been actually closed due to road collapse. The road has been closed for several years now, I think. And, I've done videos about it previously, how it was closed on one end, the south end, coming from Castro Valley, for just a couple of miles. And then from the north side, you could actually access the road and drive down to the point where the road was closed. But at that point, it becomes a dead end, and you'd have to turn around and go back. So the news is that I have heard that Redwood Rd has reopened. Apparently, they have done whatever repairs they needed to do, and we're back. Yeah, one of my local roads that I love to drive up and down between Castro Valley and Oakland is now reopened, and I'm excited to drive the full extent of Redwood Rd this time. That'll be the first time in this Porsche that I'm getting to drive that full section of Redwood Rd because it has been closed for so long. So we are going to cruise up Redwood Rd over to Moraga, which is where today's Cars and Coffee meet is happening. So, yeah, excited to finally get to drive the reopened road. All right, we are on Redwood Rd. We are now past the section that was barricaded. Now on the portion that was closed for so long. Wow, quite a few bicyclists out here today. Well, just my luck. Run into another Tesla. Well, I guess this is an opportunity to take this road at a slow pace and kind of do a recon. Since I haven't driven this road in so long, that last section did feel very gravelly. You can hear all the rocks, pebbles just kind of bouncing around in the wheel wells. But yeah, this Tesla is not doing me any favors. He's going pretty slow and he's not getting out of the way here. Hopefully he's headed to the park that is at the top of this hill, and that's only maybe a mile or two away from here, so hopefully he'll turn off. But yeah, definitely hear some more gravel or rocks. This road still is a little bit rough. I suppose one could have hoped that for how long this road was closed, they had all this time the county could have spent a little bit of effort repaving this road, making it a little smoother, but it doesn't look like they've done that, at least not for the whole section. There is this section here that seems a little bit newer, but it's very short. And maybe that's part of the section that collapsed either most recently, or I recall a few years back the same thing had happened. A chunk of this road literally just washed away after some big rainstorms, and so they did have to rebuild part of the road. So maybe that was the section that had to be redone, but as you can see, it was not very long. It was a very short section of road. Seems to be a popular road for the Teslas today. Well, at last, some good news. Looks like the Tesla is turning off, and now we have the road to ourselves. Now, of course, we've just completed the section of the road that was actually closed. We're back now. That was the campsite and hiking trails that we just passed, where it was the prior dead-end point if you were coming from the north, coming south onto Redwood Road. So now we are back on the familiar part, the part that has always been open. But anyway, I suppose it is still nice to be able to drive all of Redwood Road, knowing that this road now connects between Castro Valley and Oakland and Moraga, and that's the road we're actually going to take today. We're going to turn on Pinehurst and take that over to Moraga, because that's where the Cars and Coffee meet is happening. But yeah, it's nice to have this road fully open again, although that does mean perhaps that you get more through traffic, more people that are actually trying to get somewhere, as opposed to the somewhat limited purpose that the road served when one end of it was closed. You know, during that year or two, we really had the ability to enjoy driving this road just as a driving road, basically, because not very many people were taking the road, since it wouldn't let you go all the way through. You know, most people don't necessarily want to take a dead-end road just to turn around and come back. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm still hearing lots of rocks and gravel in the wheel wells, so this road is a bit dirty. Yeah, I feel like that was just kind of a warm-up here on Redwood Road, but now we'll turn on to Pinehurst and head uphill. Yeah, so now we have turned on to Canyon Road, which is kind of like a little secret road that maybe not too many people know about unless you live in this area. Basically is a shortcut to get to Moraga. So if you're coming from Castro Valley or somewhere in that area, instead of having to take the highways, which go all the way around and take quite a bit more distance, you can take this as a shortcut. Wow, I gotta say the road condition here is quite nice. I guess you could say they're using their tax dollars right over here in Moraga. Okay, we're coming up on where I think the meet is supposed to be. Alright, I see some brightly colored cars, so this must be it. Okay, we have arrived. Let's walk around and check out some cars. Pretty nice to see a pair of GT3 RSs here in different shades of gray or silver, and one of them has pretty interesting color rims. Very cool. Not to mention also the white GT3. Very nice assortment of Porsches here. This one's sitting on some work wheels. Nice spec, as they say. Silver with tan interior. Manual transmission. Another GT3, GT4. Looks like another 4-liter GTS. Yeah, very strong Porsche showing today. This looks like Doug's GT4 in that beautiful shark blue. But before I get too far and excited about all these Porsches, boom! Have to give a shout out to this MR2 over here. Makes me kind of wish I brought mine, but glad to see somebody's here representing. A couple of Civic Type R's. Looks like BMWs on this side of the row. But yeah, back to this side now, transitioning over from Porsches to McLarens. Look at all that carbon fiber.
She gets the moment that Connie gets away from it.
Okay.
So the higher gauge. Yeah. The more loads are kind of where. You're not taking 4th of July off. I'll see you guys later. I was in Miami. I was like, you know, they needed to go. So. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Well, good luck in New Mexico.
A couple more assorted cars here. Audi R8, Lamborghini Murcielago, it looks like, and a pair of Nissan GTRs. Very nice. All right, coming back this way. Oh, very nice Mercedes. Sexy. And then some Mustangs. Looks like a Lamborghini and a McLaren and Ferrari making all that noise. Looks like they're just rolling in here. Let's come back to this MR2. Nice distinctive color, probably a wrap, but it's got a pinkish hue to it. Pretty cool. Yeah, everyone's gathered around with this new McLaren that just arrived.
Are you using portrait mode for the shots? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? Rainbow. Also, where is that?
Yeah. Donut shop.
Wait,
Oh, no, San Pablo Avenue.
When I bought it, I was like, wait, do these lights match everybody's car? And then I realized later on, I was like, oh shit, wait, they just happened to be the right color for my car. I was like, all right. Well, it's basically this is just the color they do when they do the laser headlight, and so it just happens to match.
Yeah, I know, it's looking really good. I've never, never come out to this spot before for a beat. I mean, it's so close to the beat back. Yeah, I know, right? Good. Yeah.
They have something in like
Ooh, Integra Type R. Very nice.
I follow them on Instagram. They get like 4 or 5 cars. Unless you got like a business going on, like a festival.
Yeah, look at this Murcielago. Don't get to see too many of these in person. Very nice. And then this Audi R8. Pretty dope. There's a Lamborghini Gallardo, I think. Superleggera.
Oh, I see. There's a little bit more carbon fiber in there.
Checking.
Yeah. Drop off the way. Yeah, that was that's how keep it
Full bolstered against tunnel, just holding on for.
That's still okay.
Look at all the people following. I was like, I thought it was purple there for a second, and then now it's orange.
That's the mystic color.
Oh, that is cool. Oh yeah, try and capture this color change here.
Oh, it's blue now? Of course.
Even though we.
They're working on it. Yeah. What's up?
How's the You got the cash?
I keep hearing nightmare stories about the snap over here though.
No, don't listen to that, bro.
You just gotta be a good driver.
Okay, good. Yeah, curb rash. You got it.
I gotta pay my whole life.
Yeah, that one was like.
Yeah, I don't mind heavy and modified either. Yeah.
That's great.
right, well, that was a quick run up and down Redwood Road. And I think that will do it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.